It's beautiful out right now. That's the one. Go keep this out. But two, uh, to introduce my plants. These are papaya trees growing here, and for the last couple of years, for the past year or so, they've been in the same pot together, and it got to a point where the pot got too small for the both of them, so I had to give them their seconds, their separate, their own pots, but they're still together. And I don't know if that's a message for somebody. I'm pretty sure it is. You know, that there needs to be room for people to grow, but even in that apparent separation, they're still connected. You know what I'm saying? They're still intertwined. Um, Even when I potted them again, it's just like they were still attached up here. You know what I mean? It's like no matter what I was doing down here, they were still kind of intermingled here. You know what I mean? But this is the best thing for both of them, so that they can both grow and then at some point find a place where that bird over there, they could both cohabitate the same area of ground. You understand what I'm saying? And grow together in a bigger place. So this might be a message for some of you out of there, out here. I don't know if you're, you know, people are leaving or separating. There's a lot of that going on like this anyway, because things are just changing, and that's just point blank period, right? So we're gonna look at it right quick with some cards. We're gonna pull 3 of these bad boys. And we may or may not clarify. But big news coming up. You know, this is the last wave spell coming up for the Mayan calendar for this year in the spirit of the White Wizard. So, you know, it's a good time to reflect and review about how far you've come in your own energy of being a sage, you know, in your own energy being a shaman or a priest or priestess, basically just enhancing and embracing your gifts that are beyond. You understand what I'm saying? And we're going to look at all, and then the year that's coming, it's going to be a wild year, y'all. I mean, we've already seen the theatrics going on in the world as it is. But the next year that we have in the Mayan calendar coming up on the 25th, that'll be the Day At a Time. Day At a Time is a celebration where we just put love out there. You know, it's just a focus. It's a celebration of the calendar year wrapping up and getting to the next cycle. So the cycle after this will be the Blue Storm. And the Blue Storm is all about clearing the way. And sheesh, I can tell already, because these cards are different. These are not cards that usually come out. So part of a cycle is really wrapping up because the cards are changing, right? So let's have a closer look. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what's going on, bruh? What's going on? So the cards that we have today is the Ultraviolet Dragon. So this kind of ties in with what I was saying about the plants. When two plants get too big for one pot to cohabitate, you have to separate them, but there really is no separation. As you can see, they're still intertwined. They just need their own proper room to grow. So that's why we have the ultraviolet dragon here. The ultraviolet dragon is talking about protecting a nest egg or a new beginning. You know what I'm saying? Keeping your eye, being mindful of the conditions in which you grow this new nest egg or version of you, or it could be a project. It could be anything in the world that's brand spanking new that you're getting birth to, right? The second part of this is the Queen of Clubs, and she's all about, again, this is the mental, but this is internal. What's going on, y'all? So this could do a lot with following your intuition for one, seeking guidance from the other side. You know what I'm saying? Being guided by the other side, being ushered forward. This is the Marie Laveau card, and what a place for it, right? Um, Being here in New Orleans, but this is more about that shamanistic energy I was talking about. You know what I mean? She was a shaman pretty much, or a priestess, but she had a dual nature. She was also a savvy, very savvy businesswoman. You know what I mean? So this is really growing up internally, you know what I'm saying? And then we have the temperance card, and the temperance card again is about balance, one foot on the land, one foot in the water, so to speak. But balancing your energies out, being balanced again, like this was imbalanced, and it's another good representation of what I was talking about, you know, putting two different things that are still connected together so that they can grow. So this would be like, you know, your work and your play, you know, making sure there's time and space for what you do, what you love doing, and your responsibilities, your family, your friends, you know what I mean? So these two different pots can represent a whole lot for somebody out here. Not everybody, right? We're all going through a bit of a change, and some of us are in it already, and some of us are coming into it. And this is justice time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So all this is balancing out, and as you can see, justice and temperance here speak about this kind of balance that I've been guided to kind of highlight. The Tower with the Queen of Clubs is like what you thought you knew kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? Coming to an end. What you thought you knew about things, or information coming in that causes a tower. You know, this could be some kind of truth being spoken, or because this, you know, the kings and queens of the clubs are about communication at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So that could be something coming up in the collective. And then for the temperance, we have the yellow sun, which is enlightenment and illumination right here. This is the last archetype of 20 in the calendar.
I would put it in your hand, but that's what I just want my dirty sandwich.
And it speaks about seeing things clearly. The yellow sun is the, you know, you coming full circle as well. So there's a lot of full circle energy here for the collective, but there's definitely a period of gestation. You know what I'm saying? A period where you might have to be a little bit more patient than you usually have to about things as these eggs grow. And this time, this is really about being very mindful, not only of the conditions that you're planting these new beginnings in, right? That you're planting. So the conditions of the plants, the soil has to be right, kind of thing. You feel me? It has to have the right sunlight. It has to have the right amount of water, and in order for these two plants to grow. You know what I mean? Separately, but collectively. So it's one of those things where, you know, it doesn't matter how I move them, they still are just together. You feel me? So the same pot, you couldn't share the same soil, you couldn't share the same ideas, you couldn't be in the same places together. You had to separate yourselves in order to grow fully into who you are. You know what I mean? So this could mean a lot of different things. This could be family, this could be a relationship that you're in, you know, if you're married or out there, you know what I'm saying? Giving each other that kind of space, being completely autonomous on each side, right? So that is pretty much the message right here, especially with justice and the temperance here. But this is more about you coming into an understanding of self. You know what I'm saying? Who you are and what you're here to do. Now that you've created all this space and you've had all these new beginnings, and that old way of thinking, you know what I'm saying? That old way of communicating, especially with spirit, is coming to an end, which is a new beginning. So this is really good. You know, it's really good here because this talks about new information coming in. This is new ideas. You know what I mean? This could be new talents and gifts dealing with the mental aspect. So, you know what I'm saying? You could be really taking off in those areas. But, you know, new beginnings force us to think and grow different pathways in the brain. You know what I'm saying? And branch branch out into different areas that maybe we were not familiar with. You know, it could be a bit of a uncomfortable start. It's like starting a new job. You got to learn the whole system, kind of thing. You feel me? And speaking of messengers, there's my homie. He like to come over here and sit on the thing. What's up, buddy? Mm-hmm. He's waiting to see if I'm gonna throw something out, I guess. So to top it all off, we got the Wheel of Fortune. So things are really changing. Things are really changing right now in the collective. All right. The wheel is spinning. The wheel is the will, and it's also about taking control of the wheel, putting your hands on the wheel, and that's where this comes in as well. It's like being enlightened in a way, or guided, but feeling your own power now. You know what I'm saying? Feeling your own individuality while you're in the collective and finding your place in that. So this could be old belief systems as well, old ways of thinking that are being destroyed, especially about yourself. You know what I mean? You might be a lot doper than you really give yourself credit for. You feel me? Or for some people, you know, who are in that ego and pride, this is going to knock all that down. You know what I mean? You weren't as dope as you thought you were. You know what I'm saying? And it's time to learn a new way of approaching who you are and how you fit into all this. You know what I mean? So the new beginning go both ways. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I ain't going to tell you that everything's going to be good because clearly we're still in the midst of a lot of chaos and turmoil as far as the collective is concerned. You know what I mean? Across the planet. But individually, we may be in different places. Again, you know what I mean? The collective may be here. This may be you over here. You're not experiencing so much of the chaos or feeding into all the stuff that you see on social media and all that. You're kind of in your own space with that, you know? So take it as you will. That's the energy for today. And like I said, the calendar is going to switch and we're going to go into the blue storm. And that's why I say it's going to get interesting moving forward because the blue storm is rather violent. And I don't want to scare nobody when I say that. I just want to say that it comes fast. It's very quick. It's very in and out. It clears the way for new things to grow. So more of this energy again, it clears the way so that whatever you're growing at this time, whatever you're nurturing, whatever you're giving birth to, can have the proper space, the adequate space to fully mature. You understand what I'm saying? Um, and the blue storm is one of the last archetypes. Right, blue, yeah, it's that archetype right before the yellow sun, actually. So it's like the second to last, number 19. So 19 might be a number for you as well, if you're watching this. But it's going to be a year of just like Uranus energy, you know, things just out of the blue, literally. You feel me? Lots of water, lots of raining, lots of flooding. Um, but it's fast. You know what I mean? It clears the way very fast. It's like that Memorial Day storm that we get every year on Memorial Day, where it's hot and humid, causes that storm to come in, comes in hard and heavy, but about 20 minutes later it's gone, and you go back to the day. You understand? But the day looks different. It looks a lot greener. It looks a lot more lush. You understand? Because the water has fed everything, and all the old and all the dead have been wiped out of there. You know what I mean? It's a street sweeper basically. So we can expect a lot of that coming through in the year in the Mayan calendar to come. But we still got Uranus and Mars, and you know, Pisces with Saturn, and all the other planets still very much playing their part. And really getting it in, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna pull one more for the collective spread as far as some medicine or a focus, and then we can get out of here. All right? Yeah. Woo, woo, woo. You know what I mean? Sun go down, it still be like 89 degrees out here. So make sure you're drinking extra water, staying hydrated. And for those of y'all on the other on another level with that, make sure you're programming your water before you drink it. You know what I mean? Get your mason jar, make you some sun tea. Program that, put some words on the jar. You know what I mean? Things like of that nature. And it'll all be capped off. All this damn, cats fighting. Okay. That's new out here. I never heard that. But everything happens for a reason. The star. Now this card has been coming up, and this is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gods and goddesses. This is about things coming up from the past, because we are in a retrograde with Saturn, I believe. Yeah, Saturn is retrograde in Pisces, so you may have things coming back, old dreams coming back. Also, your spiritual discipline, where you could have done better, and how you're going to do better moving forward. There's a healing in doing that kind of a work. This is Aquarius, which deals with collective as far as the star card is concerned. But this is becoming the star. You know what I mean? There might be a lot going on in the heavens right about now. You know, just looking up could bring you some insight or clarity. But very much about that expression, very much about the healing work right about now. You know what I mean? If it ain't God's work, you just need to leave it alone, kind of thing. But rising, this is a rising star right here. So a lot of you may be the ones that are take your end. It can have a lot of meanings for you. So, just sit with the cards for a minute, put it on pause, that kind of thing. See what comes up for you. Use your own Queen of Clubs energy, your own intuition. You know what I mean? To start feeling the path ahead. You can't really see it. You got to feel it now. You know what I mean? You got to kind of write the story as you go. So it's about being very present and being very mindful about not only your thoughts, but your words, and taking action on the things that mean the most to you right now. You know what I mean? For your best outcomes, for your highest benefit. You know what I mean? Star energy. Look at all those colors. Look at all that creativity coming out of that water or the subconscious. All right. So that's what I got for y'all. Uh, it's another hot day out here in the know. You know what I'm saying? But just be mindful that at the end of the month we're going to be switching the energy. So we're already feeling that, especially now down here. We got hurricane season coming up. So the water will be very, very much the focus in the Mayan calendar going forward, or storms in general. But these are fast. They're not going to be long standing kind of things. They're going to be temporary, but you're going to have a purpose of moving shit out the way kind of thing. You feel me?